welcome back everybody. Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new here, welcome so much. My name is Cynthia. If you haven't subscribed, please consider to subscribe. Thank you for everyone who is returning back. Thank you so much for your support. So today's topic is gonna be a very interesting one. We're gonna be talking about education is not the measure of intelligence. Right? To get me? Education is not the measure of intelligence. You know, it's like knowing the difference between book smart and street smart. Book smart and street smart. You might be very good in reading books, answering questions in class, you know, like going to university, getting all these degrees and diplomas, PhDs, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you have to know that most of the things that you learn in class, most of those things, they don't really apply when you get out into the real life, you know. Because in real life, this is where you you start to hustle to make ends meet, you know, to achieve your dreams, to focus on your goals, your visions, your missions, and things like those, right? You have to know the difference between being book smart and street smart. Most of the people who are book smart, they really think that they are street smart, because out here in the streets, people are hustling and bustling. And what most of the people who are out here in the streets are using is just normal intelligence, you know. You're just using your intelligence, their common sense. We can call it common sense. We are not applying books, you know. So most of the people, I see them confusing book smart and street smart, whereby they end up being confused or caught in the middle and then end up messing up. They end up messing up big time. So I would like to advise those people who are really book smart. They have to learn how to intermingle and how to assimilate into society, not bringing the pride, you know, the PhD with you among your friends, your peers, you know. They come with that, you know, that ego and that, you know, that the crown. They bring the crown onto the street, knowing that they think that they are gonna apply that into real life. You know, I know, I can tell you about a story. I know of this guy. He was not very educated. I think the most he had gone was in grade 3. Grade 3, guys, grade 3. Actually, he even came to go to school after he was really an adult. He was done with growing up, over 18. He was over 18 when he went back to school to learn how to read, basic reading, writing his name, you know, like basic reading. He had zero reading skills, but then he was very street smart, you know. Don't ever undermine someone just because their education level is very low, because they might be not really educated. They don't have the degree, PhD, blah blah blah, but they are very smart, street smart, you know. They can hustle and bustle, you know. They can do all these things, you know, to make things happen, you know. They can bring magic to life. So I'll tell you about this story about the guy who dropped out of school in grade 3. So this is what happened. He dropped out of school because his parents could not afford to take him to school. So he had to start hustling and bustling at a very early age. So because he had nothing else, you know. Of course, he had no skills, so he has started hustling and bustling. He went out to the city. He was doing this Uber or taxi and stuff like that. He was trying just to make ends meet, you know, to learn basic skills, to learn to be able to survive. So the guy was very street smart. So this is what he did. he did his Uber and all these things. So out of his Uber, he was able to accumulate and save up so much money. He started buying lots of land, like a lot, one lot here, one lot there, one lot here. And then later he went to the bank, gave out a lot, and then the bank was able to give him a loan to put up apartments for rental purposes. So he put up rental apartments for rent. And then of course, once you know, it's very easy. The minute you put up one rental apartment, all the rest, you know, they come by themselves. You know, it's easy to get all the rest, you know. So he had so many rental apartments. He was very successful. He was able to take his kids to school now, and then he was able to take himself back to school. You understand? That's what I say. You need to respect people despite their level of education, because being highly educated doesn't mean that you're very highly, you know, high in IQ. You know, you're not really street smart. It doesn't mean you're very smart in the streets, you know, because the streets is a different kind of game. The school is different kind of game, because in school, that is where you just read a book, answer questions, and the teacher says, oh, correct, wonderful, you did very well. But then when you come out here, you expect the education that you learned, you're gonna apply it out there. Woe unto you, you get shocked, and that's when people end up getting depressed. So this is where I tell people, it doesn't matter what kind of degree you have or whatever. If you can't find a job in that juncture, do what you can, like do what is available, you know, as you wait upon what you read for, what you went to school for. Like, don't undermine this kind of job. Oh, I have a PhD, I have a diploma, I have all these things, I cannot do that kind of dirty job or stuff like that. Don't undermine things like those. Just take up what is available. Be street smart. Be able to you know, to fight. Be a fighter. Fight for it. Fight for whatever that you need. Well, if you are looking for that particular job that you went to school for, fight for it, you know. Take up whatever is available, you know. Take up whatever is available, and then later, as you can be able to wait upon what you wanted to, you know, to do in life, maybe a doctor or whatever, you know. So you have to be, and then learn from people who have, you know, who have hustled very hard. Learn the tricks, you know. I've seen people who have gone to universities, had PhDs, but end up not doing what they really went to school for. They end up doing odd jobs, what other people consider as odd jobs, not white collar jobs, you know, not what they went to school for, because they end up realizing that these odd jobs are paying way much more than what they went to school for. So they are being practical, they are being street smart. They are learning that in the streets, you have to take up what is bringing you more income, is considered more powerful than what you went to school for. You might have gone to school for a particular thing, but then it doesn't pay that much. So are you gonna go end up being held up in a job just because you went to school for it? Of course not. You're gonna be street smart, you're gonna hustle, and you're gonna be able to make it, guys. So guys, on 2021, let's be strong, let's be street smart, let's achieve our goals, our vision, our missions. Thank you so much for watching.